Hello guys, it's Dmitry here, and today I would like to discuss about another topic which is called arrays. And arrays, they widely used in JavaScript, and not only, to be honest with you, not only in JavaScript but in any computer programming language. But still, since we're talking about JavaScript, let's discuss about arrays related to JavaScript. Alrighty, let's jump into that. So, also, guys, one more thing. I just wanted to mention, I changed the name of my JavaScript tutorials from You Don't Know JS to The Power of JavaScript. I mean, I don't want to talk in details about that, but there are some reasons why I decided to do that. Because some people, they claim they rights on this title, so I don't mind at all. I'm not attached to this name, so I just decided to move on to The Power of JavaScript because I think it sounds nice. But and also at the end of the day, I believe that JavaScript is really powerful. All right, back to our tutorial. Let's first define what is the actual array is. Essentially, array, it's a variable, right? But this variable allows us to store a group of data, but we can store it under one variable name. Okay, I think I would like to explain in details. Can you imagine, guys, before, if you wanted to store first, before, if you have to store something, you have to create a variable. Let's create a variable and we'll call it city and equal to, for instance, Moscow, right? So that's how you're doing stuff, right? But it's another way, right? Imagine if you would like to define a second city and third one, then you have to define city 1, then probably city 2, and it can be another city, right? I don't know, New York, and so on and so forth. And yes, it's a way, but it's not the nicest way. So in this particular case, really helpful would be to use arrays. In order to define arrays, there are at least couple of ways how you can define array in JavaScript. The first one, you can do that. You can define a variable and then brackets. And guys, actually this one, when you're using these brackets, that's how you define that this is it's going to be actual array, right? And inside of this array, you can define multiple values. For example, if we discussing about cities, we can say Moscow, then then New York, and I don't know, Sydney. Enough for now. So guys, this is actual array, and let's call it cities. So array is called cities, right? So now, if you would like to console that out, let's see what we will get. So you guys can see, right? We essentially can see all these values, and they still specified inside of the actual array. So that's the beauty of it, right? Just one variable, and it can store all of these values. Pretty cool. So, but how we can manage it? If we would like, for instance, yes, we still would like to use array, but we still would like to grab, we just would like to grab a specific value from this array, right? Like for instance, I need just Moscow. What should I do? Or I just need New York. So obviously it's a way here. In order to do that, in front of the actual array variable, you have to specify these brackets. And inside of the brackets, you have to define so-called index. Okay, I will show you guys. You probably think, alright, when you're talking about indexes, you're talking about like the order of elements in an array, which is correct. And essentially, automatically we think, then there are 3 elements in an array, and this element number 1, then number 2, and number 3, right? It's partly true, guys. Reality is, yeah, there are 3 of them. But for instance, I assume that the first element is this one. And what I would like to do, I would like to place 1, right? And I'm expecting that I will receive this value, right? Let's see. Let's run this program. What's going on here? I didn't get it. I got New York, right? Reality is, guys, the array's indexes, they start from number 0, not from number 1. So essentially, if you start counting indexes, then this value going to present index 0, then this one index 1, and this one index 2. But overall, yeah, there are still 3 elements in this array. So essentially, if I would like to grab this element or this value, what I can do, I can specify null or 0. Let's run it again. Here we go, Moscow. That's exactly what we wanted. Simple as that, guys. Cool, isn't it? I really like arrays for some reasons. They mighty, they're powerful, right? It's a powerful data structure. So anyway, also it's another way how you can define arrays in JavaScript. Okay, I will show you another way. Const another array, and I believe it's new array, and inside of array you still have to define all these elements, or all these values. So let's see, I store them, right? And now I would like to console.log. I would like to see if this actual array is what it is, right? Okay, what we can do, we can just comment the rest of the code. In this case, we can be sure that that's exactly what we receive. So you can see, guys, that still the result is the same, right? The outcome is the same. So essentially, there are at least 2 ways how you can define it, the actual array. In this case, you create a new array too, right? I mean, which one would you prefer? It's up to you, I guess. I usually like use this one, this approach. But I guess in some cases you can use this one because it's like kind of creating a new arrays. And it's another concept, guys, of sometimes you just would like to create array from scratch, right? And sometimes our array already exists and you would like to modify it, right? There are 2 different concepts. Yeah, but anyway, in this case, even in this case, you can create array from scratch, like that. Okay, would like to uncomment it, and then this way. So pretty much it, guys. That's exactly what I wanted to cover in this tutorial, and I'm going later on discuss about this idea of, like, why sometimes when you would like to modify array, so it's not a good idea in some instances to create to modify existing one. Instead of that, sometimes you just prefer to create like a new array from existing one and then modify the new array, right? It can be a bit tricky, and there are some specific reasons behind that, and I'm definitely going to talk about that. And in general, like, we have to do it in order not to corrupt the existing data. That's how it is. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope you like this video. Please, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe if you like my tutorials. And if you like this particular tutorial, please like it. And yeah, I will see you in next tutorial. And yeah, have a good day, guys. Goodbye.